Get ready for Tuesday, August 13th.
When Erie Gives will inspire you.
Engage our nonprofits.
And empower our community.
And every gift receives a part of the bonus bucks.
Join us on Tuesday, August 13th at eriegives.org.
All right, folks, welcome into Vault Vibes. This is Nick and
Julie.
And we're here with our guest today. We have Erin Fessler from the Erie Community Foundation. She's Vice President of, marketing and what else?
Community relations and something about government that we don't want to talk
We
about.
don't always talk about that, she said, right?
Great.
She said, we just move forward. That's a long name, long official name.
You know what? It's not necessary. Everything's about government. It's implied.
You're right. There you go.
I'll say, like with my job, I get people's job positions a lot of times because when they apply for a loan or whatever, and they'll give me all their information, and sometimes the titles are so long, and it's like, just shorten them down.
Please.
In fact, the system I use, sometimes it yells at me and says too many words or whatever.
Really?
It's like, you got to cut it down.
You know what? I wish I had a system that said that. That would stop many of problems that I run into. Just too many words, Julie, stop.
Once you have colons and and commas and ellipsi right in your name, it's too long.
Enough is enough. Yeah.
Maybe a dash. That's good enough. Just a dash or something like that.
Dash.
Right? She likes to make fun of me. She thinks I have a little bit of
Midwest
accent every once in a while.
Dash.
I don't know where it came from. So
say dash, Erin. I just want to hear you say dash. She says it
Dashing.
normally. She actually sounds like if we had a Cockney, that'd be us, but she would be like Upper Brit. She'd be. She sounds more like together.
She has like the what do they used to call it? Like in the old films and stuff, people had like the mid-Atlantic shift or something they called it.
Right.
And it was like, I'm sorry, darling. Like it was like that, the voice, right?
You can see why we cut a lot of this out.
Right. So anyway, we have you in here, among other things, but your big day is coming up, right? With the Erie Community Foundation and probably with your job. This is probably one of your biggest days as well, I'm assuming.
Well, first of all, I would like Erin to just tell us a little bit what she does. Then we'll go into the fresh stuff that you're about to tell us. So
sure.
Tell us what you do.
So after you gave that long title, basically what I do is we have two signature events, our annual meeting, which is in June, and then Erie Gives, which is always the second August in Tuesday. And then I'm responsible for those two events, as well as our marketing, our communications, our website. I have a team, so I don't do this all alone. But that's basically the high level summary of what I do.
This is kind of like your Christmas or your Super Bowl.
This is the Super Bowl. That's a good, I like that. I might steal that from you. I like that.
It's your Super Bowl.
It is the Super Bowl. So we've been planning for Erie Gives since January.
Wow.
And what is happening is on Tuesday, August 13th, everyone could be a philanthropist with a gift of $25 or more. And this is our 14th year we've been doing this. We started this in 2011, and it was to celebrate our 75th anniversary. And next year, the Erie Community Foundation is going to be 90 years old. So this year, we try to do some new things for Erie Gives, just to freshen it up, to keep it lively. We have a new logo.
Wow.
And the logo represents, which you can show, the new logo.
Yeah.
So the center is navy, which is the Erie Community Foundation's new color. And then around it are our regional affiliates and affinity funds, all of their colors. So really what the logo represents is our whole community can give during Erie Gives.
I love it. And
Yeah.
Nick, you can put a picture of this.
Yeah, well,
too.
do you have a file? Maybe
Yes.
you can send us a picture.
I'll
Perfect.
send you the logo.
Yeah.
I do love that. It
Yeah.
looks like an acorn. Tell me about that.
So the acorn represents, if you were to plant a seed today, it grows into a mighty oak tree.
Oh.
Just as if you were to open up a fund at the Erie Community Foundation, it grows and gives away to your favorite nonprofits forever.
I love that.
Yeah, so
that's amazing.
That's the symbol. I even think the new acorn looks like a hand.
Oh, it does. It
Yeah,
looks,
there's a little way. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Any logo, it's nice to have it's not straight into your face. It kind of gives you some interpretation, right? So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you can read it. The other couple new things that we have going on is the website this year will be open midnight to midnight. And what that does is donors who work second or third shift, it'll be more convenient for them.
Oh, that's right.
Donors who live in different time zones, like out west, we get a lot of gifts from all parts of the country. And actually, we get gifts from Canada.
That's awesome.
Because of WQLN. So the different time zones.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of nonprofits that are either high schools or colleges that people want to give to their alumni.
That's awesome.
Our phones will still be open, though, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. If I had my coworkers work midnight to midnight, I probably would. That'd be the end of me.
Your coworkers.
Yes.
Right.
They would not be happy. They like their sleep.
That was something. Yeah, I think when my wife works,
Yes.
in an office down the hall from Erin,
Rachel
in a
and I
different
work
area,
together.
but they work together. And she said that's something that people have to know this, so they're not calling all night, right?
Right.
The 24-hour still shuts off, the phone's shut off, and
Right.
it's just as usual.
Well,
right?
that's okay. They'll be
No,
able to
that's really
reach
cool,
you.
though.
They'll be able to reach you. And this sounds exciting. And also, how long have you been doing this? This is
the 14th year, and I've been there since the beginning of it.
oh wow.
But this year we have.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
you've done.
Well,
this
you've
the
been
whole
here
time.
for
Yeah.
20 years. Now,
20
I
years,
thought.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I started when I was 10. I'd like to believe, but
That's amazing.
yeah.
You're a prodigy. Like someone hired you for such an important job
Right,
at
look
age
at that.
10. I
They
love
saw
this.
what
Yes.
you were doing, and they just knew. Did you have like a lemonade stand? And they came and picked you up
That's
and
right.
said, "You're doing a
Dude,
great
I taught
job."
that age when I was a teacher, and I could tell you, you're probably stellar. You're one of the gifted kids. Gifted kids.
I don't know, my Twitch or something. But we also have, if you pump your gas at Country Fair, 2 cents
That's
of
another
every
big thing,
gallon
yeah.
Oh,
goes to Erie Gives.
okay.
And then Erie Apparel is going to be selling Erie Gives shirts, and 40% of the proceeds are going to Erie Gives. So
very nice.
we're just doing some things to jazz it up a little
I
bit.
think that's amazing.
If you have any other extra of those shirts, I like to wear the local shirts.
He
So
does.
let us know.
He's
Oh,
wearing Rock'em
very
Sock'em robots
Yeah.
from
Yes.
Mark's
Mark's
Toys.
I love
Toys,
that
Rock'em Sock'em.
That's awesome.
So
Their heads pop off,
Erie
but not
Apparel's
totally.
great. Yeah, right.
They
They
are.
made that sound. Ving. Remember when the head would pop up?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So, Erin,
Yes.
what I'm shocked at, because I didn't really know this, that Erie Community Foundation has been in business since 1935.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
What on earth? Okay, you're gonna have to flash like era attire,
Yeah,
for that
right.
age.
Make us all like all of a sudden.
or a car
Next
from
section.
like women's and men's attire from 1935, just so we could get an idea, or
The vibe.
Was
like
that when they're like, "Come here, you see? Let's
Yeah.
just like they have that."
Why I yada.
Yeah, why
yada. But then also like a car from that era, because that's honestly
Yeah.
that's
just to show
Yeah.
someone between 1935 and today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
what's
pre-war, if I'm
changed, right?
correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pre-war, if I
Yeah.
believe, like pre.
So that was actually probably depression.
Recession, yeah,
Yeah.
Depression era.
And,
Yeah.
and here they created a philanthropic organization during financial hardship. So
Yeah.
they said, we have some money. We're still going to
Mhm.
share it with people. Maybe that's, I don't know. Do you know why it was created?
Sure.
Was it sort of created maybe because of something like that? Or
Well, what happened was Elijah Mack, who's the co-founder of the Boston store,
Oh right.
Oh, okay.
he did very well, and he was a part of Erie Oil Works, and so he took his fortune and established a fund. And then it was really
Okay.
until like 1972 is when we became a community foundation. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Mhm.
And so then from there on out, they've been giving money away. They being our board of directors,
Yeah.
and now it's evolved so much from what it was in 1935.
I was going to
Sure,
say, like,
sure.
what you gave me. Okay, engage, inspire, and empower,
Mhm.
and then also envision thriving, vibrant
Community for all.
region for
Yes.
all. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And so that probably wasn't the same kind of motto from then,
Right.
and it's evolved a little bit. But
Yeah.
I love that, because empower is the big thing that we focus on. Nick and I both try to
We talk about
empower
that a
our
lot,
clients.
yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, that's just an amazing Erie thing that we're doing. That's awesome.
It
So-
really, it's we have pictures of him, and we do have pictures of the cars that they
Yeah.
drove back then. And
That's really
so
cool. Yeah.
we do have some really cool
Okay,
history.
throw that our way.
I do
Yeah.
think that's the cool part. I know you guys are going through some renovations
Mm-hmm.
and definitely, expanding your footprint there, which is awesome, because it means that, you're doing well and people, people are getting help from you guys, and,
Right.
and that's really cool. And you're growing
Well, Nick,
with the
you
times.
touched on something. You like, it has wherewithal. In other words, it
Mhm.
started in 35, but it's still here now, and it's continuing to do the good things it's supposed to do,
Right.
and it's thriving. So you're doing something right. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I work with great people. We have
Yeah.
a great mission, a great cause. I've watched it evolve in 20 years. I've seen a lot of change. When I first started working there, we only did Helping Today grants, which would mean like a new roof, a new computer, a new HVAC. But then we went to Helping Today, Shaping Tomorrow, which are like transformational grants. And then we actually do have grants called transformational philanthropy. So like McGee Women's Research Institute is a transformational grant as an example.
Don't hurt your hand.
I know,
over
sorry
there.
about
I know.
that.
No, you're fine. I just don't want you to hurt yourself.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
What are you doing down there, Erin?
I know. Just talking
We give
with my
people
hands
fidget
too much.
toys underneath the table so if they get bored.
Yeah.
Fidget toys.
Right?
Yeah.
No, what are some of the things? Yeah, you first of all, you're right. Like with the Erie area, we talk about institutions within Erie, obviously, and a lot of times people like to rag on Erie, whatever, they've lost population over the years and stuff. So we're always here to try to uplift Erie, show people, why they stayed. Here's an organization that has stayed in Erie for almost 90 years, almost a century.
Right.
Which is huge, and things have changed. I mean, they created themselves before the Depression. Right. They got through World War II. They got through, the multiple recessions of, with the 70s and 80s, and then they've gotten through all these times. Yeah. And that's not just because of money. That's because of people that have been within that organization.
And so many times, like what you're saying is absolutely true. So many times the value is only placed on the new and the now and the fresh, but you're doing both the roots and the now and the fresh too. So that just speaks so well of the community and what you're doing. So congrats on that, having the wherewithal to do this. And you've been doing it for 20 years.
Sweet.
There's so
she doesn't
many,
like us to remind her of that.
No, but you know what though? There's so many like businesses that can't last more than 10.
Right.
And you've been working with a company that's lasted almost 100 years, and you yourself have had longevity there. So
it's just because of what Erie Community Foundation stands for. The Cleveland Community Foundation is the oldest one in the country, and they're a little bit older than the Erie Community Foundation. I don't know the dates, but when you look at per capita, how well the Erie Community Foundation does, we rank in the top 10% of community foundations across the country.
That's notable.
Yeah. So there's, I think, 900 in the United States. There's community foundations all around the globe. So like when COVID hit, Erie Gives was very powerful because people could give and make a difference through their community foundations.
Yeah. I remember those emergency grants during COVID.
Oh boy, that was intense.
Rachel, list of, people needing, and all that stuff. And you guys were able to help a good amount of them.
So now I need to know your story. So what drew you in? What made you, so what is it about yourself that I guess if you're looking at this and you're looking at what the motivation is here, what do you feel matches this motivation about yourself? Like what do you align yourself with this company?
Well, I do think life is short, make it sweet. And I do think...
Oh, that's the name of that song you picked, isn't it?
That walk-up song.
The walk-up song.
Life is short.
You might as well do the best you can while you're here.
Absolutely.
So I started off at the blood bank, and then I went to PNC Bank, and then the Erie Community Foundation. And so like my whole career has been about helping different people. And so the Erie Community Foundation helps hundreds of people in our community every day.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I love actually about Erie Gives is the power of collective giving. So you give 100, I give 100, you give 100. And so now $300 means more to a nonprofit than just 100.
Yeah.
And like part of the Erie Women's Fund, they just made $100,000 grant. Well, I don't have the wherewithal to give away 100,000, but if I do it with 200 other women, it's
a community of people giving back to the community of people.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. No, it's actually kind of beautiful.
Erie Gives is a really cool thing. I mean, just watching it over the years. And I think I want to say, and I don't want to speak, out of turn here, but I want to say that you've made more money every year since you've had it, right?
Yeah, it's gone up at
Which
least
is
$500,000.
really cool to be able to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, just, and
especially now,
regardless of what's happened and everything, that includes COVID year,
and the economic problems that we're having now. So congrats on that. That's amazing.
So that includes, how many years have you done?
14. This will be the 14th year. Yeah, it's gone up at least $500,000 every year. So
and we never know. How much was it last year?
Over $8.2 million.
No way.
That's really, I mean, that's just people. That's people giving money.
That's people
in
giving
Erie,
money.
Pennsylvania.
Right.
That's Erie people.
People with
Yeah.
big hearts, you
Caring.
know,
Right.
giving out their money, their hard-earned money, because they believe in the community and they believe in the funds that are out there that they're helping people.
Wow.
Right.
So
Wow.
And some of those
Yeah.
gifts are like required minimum distributions from a person's IRA.
sure.
So we have older donors who need to give away that money, and then we have $25 gifts that add up.
You're right.
And so like there's some little girls doing a lemonade stand coming up
That's cool.
on a Sunday, and they want to give it to whatever they raise to the Humane Society on
Aw,
Erie Gives.
yeah.
in
Well, be
honor-
careful because they need a vendor's license. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'll let them know.
Julie sends vendor licenses on the side, so that's what she's.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
$25, I'll get you a license.
Listen, little girl, do you have a license to sell that lemonade? Quality
I'm not
control.
buying lemonade from some random girl.
Yeah.
Who knows how they made that?
So
Just kidding.
it goes across all age brackets to give
Yeah.
That's
Erie
awesome.
Gives.
Yeah,
So
that's amazing.
That is
too.
really neat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And that's kind of the cool part. I know some people will still bring the check in
right.
person, you know,
Right.
instead
Yeah.
of doing the phone call or even the website. And
That's
stuff
amazing.
Like that.
Right.
So,
I think
That's-
about 500,000 in checks have already come in the door.
okay.
Wow.
So, when we start the day, we don't know where we're going to
You
start
already know
or
that
end.
you're at a certain point,
yeah.
though.
Yeah. And then, so every gift, we have these things called the bonus bucks. So we have $480,000 that we will prorate across all of the nonprofits.
Okay. Okay.
And so if our
Nice.
country fair has raised $65,000,
Oh my goodness.
and that will be evenly
Dispersed.
dispersed.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
500 nonprofits are already going to get at least $100.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. You know, you're philanthropic, just like your favorite Taylor Swift, right?
Pick one of her
She
songs.
does not identify as a Swiftie either.
Oh,
Do you
actually,
identify
I
as a
do.
Swiftie?
Do you really?
Yeah,
I'm
I
proud of
love
you.
Not a
her.
derogatory
I love
term.
everything about
Right.
her. Oh, I
don't-
know.
Yeah, I think it's an okay term.
I
know, right?
You know,
I love everything about her, and I know I'll get criticized for
You
that.
know,
but
don't feel bad about that, because honestly, she makes an effort to entertain. She doesn't
Yeah,
just sit
she
on the
does.
stage and ask for accolades or
right.
you know all of that. She actually does the work.
Yeah.
She also, speaking
to
of
provide
philanthropic, I
entertainment.
heard
Right.
that she goes in every city she goes
Oh my
into.
gosh, yeah.
I want to say it's like 2 years worth of food for the food banks.
I
or
knew you were
something
going to
like
say that. It's
Mhm.
amazing
Yeah,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
it's like every single city she's gone in over this tour, which
Oh,
has been
yeah.
hundreds of cities.
And
Yeah.
you should see
She-
the bonuses
She gets
she
like
gives
2
to her.
years worth of food for
To
the
her
food
truckers.
banks.
Oh yeah, her
She
truckers.
gets $100,000 bonuses to truck,
Uh-huh.
things like
Yeah.
that. I mean, so she, we sit around and there are a lot of people with a lot of money that, they sit on it, they don't do any good with it, obviously. And she is someone that has, I mean, she
Yeah.
She's a
definitely
big
is.
heart.
Yeah.
has-
And
has
she
done
comes from
that, so-
Pennsylvania.
Right.
She's a
She does.
Pennsylvania.
That's right.
I love that.
Right
And
down the
13's her
road.
lucky
Right.
number.
13's the lucky number.
And
Which
Erie Gives is August
Erie
13th.
Gives, there you go, right back to it. August
See
13th.
that?
That's right. So, yeah.
And this
she's a great
episode
role
will
model.
air this on the 8th, so
Mhm.
people have plenty of time to get ready for that.
Yeah.
So they'll have about 5 days. So if
That's
you're watching this, make
Yeah.
sure to check that out on August 13th. Is there a website?
Yes.
Yeah.
eriegives.org. And so you can
Okay.
go there now and start looking at all the causes and nonprofits and pick out your
And
favorite
I'll pop
ones.
that up on there. too,
Mhm.
so
Good.
people can
Yeah.
see
That'd
that.
be great.
And then we like to have the checks in the door around August 9th. I mean, we will never turn down a check,
Perfect.
but ideally we'd like to have it in the door a little bit ahead of time,
Mhm.
just so we can prepare. We're a small team.
Yeah.
And so just to be ready for the big day, which Tuesday, August 13th.
Yay.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I
And
know,
then
it
do you
is.
take the next day off or what? Does
Well,
everyone kind of
We're still kind of on a high the next
Yeah,
day.
right.
And then the next day you pretty much
the
crash.
next day?
Yeah.
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 The adrenaline dump.
Right.
Yep,
That's right.
yep.
For real. Yeah.
And then then
And Rachel's
nothing
gonna be
for a
the
couple
Erie
weeks.
She's going to be the Erie Gives czar for me
I
this
heard.
year. Yes.
She's excited.
She
gets
is
to-
excited.
She gets to keep people in line
That's
on
good.
their
That's
phones
good.
and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
She's going to make sure people are answering the phones,
Yeah.
opening the doors. So I'm glad that I have her
She
on
was
my
watching
team.
old episodes of The Office. You know how like
Yeah.
Dwight was when he was like the deputy
Right.
in the fire.
Yeah, cute. That's
You know,
cute.
someone would be like, "I'm on the phone." False.
Mm.
You're not on the phone. Or whatever.
Smart.
So it takes all of us to make Erie Gives a
Absolutely,
tremendous
it is,
day.
It is a team.
Well,
Yeah.
congrats. And I'm so glad
Thank
that
you.
you were able to come on. And thank you for, I know that
Oh,
you have
thank
more
you.
gigs to do and you've
Yep.
done all day.
Busy-
So
busy
It's
lady.
been fun. It's,
Yeah.
I love
Here we
love
have
this
you
day.
until 6:15 tonight. You probably have other stuff tonight too, right?
No.
Maybe not tonight.
Not
Okay,
tonight,
yeah,
but
We're
it's
done
coming up.
today.
Yeah,
Yes,
done
today
today.
was a
All
full
right.
day. It was a great day. Every day's a
Well,
good day.
We
when it's
appreciate you, Erin. We
Thank
really
you for
like
coming
everything
on.
you do, and you're a good voice for the foundation,
Oh,
and
thanks.
do a good job out there.
Yeah,
So
I love it. So
yeah.
Well, thank you for being here with us.
Nice to meet
We
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Good to see
thanks.
you.
Yeah, it was
Thank
good
you for
seeing you
having
too.
me. So
All right.
this was fun.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay,
Stay
bye.
tuned. We'll see you.
Get ready for Tuesday, August 13th, when Erie Gives will inspire you, engage our nonprofits, and empower our community.
With a gift of $25 or more, you are part of collective giving.
New this year, Erie Gives website is open from midnight to midnight.
Erie Gives empowers you to give online, by check, stock, or through your IRA.
Every gift matters. And every gift receives part of the bonus bucks. Join us on Tuesday, August 13th at eriegives.org. Thank you! August 13th.
All right, folks, welcome back into the vaults. We had
Shenanigans and tomfoolery.
shenanigans and tomfoolery. It's yeah. You've
Who's
reached the
Tom and Lexi?
shenanigans and
Dude, we get
tomfoolery
punchy
portion
after a
of the
while.
show.
It's just, it's still the new equipment.
That's kind of what this part of the show is, right?
Mhm.
We like talk to the guest and then we do some shenanigans.
Shenanigans and
And
tomfoolery.
tomfoolery.
I want to know
So,
who Tom was.
Is
Did
it
anyone take him
Tom
seriously?
Foolery?
The
Is it
tomfoolery.
like first name Tom, second name like last name Foolery?
This is like Tom.
Or is it
like,
Tom's Foolery?
Yeah, I think it's probably Tom's foolery.
Tom was just fooling.
like
foolery.
stop the tomfoolery.
Yeah. Poor Tom.
Yeah.
He's
But
been
I think there's a
remembered
lot of
forever
people
for
named
being-
Thomas. My
I
gosh, it
know.
goes way back. It's like biblical,
Yeah, well, Doubting Thomas.
right?
That's another one.
And Tom. Oh, maybe they're related. The tomfoolery and
Tomfoolery and Doubting Thomas. My dad's Tom. Maybe I should ask him.
ask him. He'd know he's a Tom.
He knows about the Tom things.
But also turkeys that are male are
Tom
called
turkey?
Toms. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Turkey.
So
Turkey, yeah, I don't know what that is. That's weird. So anyway, we had Erin Fessler on.
so she's amazing. Like
she
she's
was
very
really good.
She makes me feel like there's like responsible people in charge
Yeah.
at Erie. Like
Yeah.
there's still some responsible people going on in Erie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know, sometimes like you look around and you go like sometimes you look around.
You look around and you go, not responsible.
You go,
They're just
you know how like when you become a grown up and you're like, where are all the grown ups?
yeah, you
know,
get a
like-
judgy little
like-
jerk. Like I'm a judgy grown up, I think. I was like, I look around, I'm like, okay, can we all get a little more responsible than you all are? Like,
Right.
where's wisdom these days?
Right. But yeah, I mean, you look around and you're like, where are the grown-ups? You're like, oh wait, first of all, you go, oh wait, I'm the grown-up now. You know, like I'm well into my 40s.
You honestly look around, you look
at
at all these like room full of adults, and you go, does anyone have any common sense?
what a
And,
bunch
like,
of fools.
right.
What a bunch of bunch of people
Tomfools.
named Tom that are here.
Dude,
And
Tom turkeys, all you,
Tom Turkey.
all you.
No, I think what you realize as you get older is everyone's a bunch of weirdos for the rest of their lives. It's just when you were a kid, you thought that like, you know, people were
And
going to
that's
be real
why I
well
think-
adjusted later in life.
No,
And they're
then,
not.
we're not. And then you get judgy, like you have a right to be, but you're actually among the adults.
You're no
just-
worse.
No.
Or you know better.
No
Yeah,
better,
yeah,
no
right.
worse.
No better, no worse.
And then there's Erin who comes in and says, I'm like, she does this whole responsible thing, and
She
I
does.
just love it.
She does.
I love
She's
that.
one of the adults in the room. But she finds a way to have fun. She said she's been to Taylor Swift 5 times,
Oh my god,
which is really cool.
That's
She's one of the OG
that's
Taylor
not
fans.
that's not for
you know,
sissies. I
been
went
there
to
for a
one.
while. Yeah.
I went to one, and it was like it messed up the whole city. It was very impressive. I think that Taylor Swift is an amazing entertainer. I'm not gonna lie. I do. I mean, do I still love Metallica and also
Well, right.
and also AC/DC and also all of the things? I love them, but I love Taylor Swift. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize.
Yeah, and that's I think that
She has
it's-
old school entertainment. That's what I think it is.
She's an entertainer, and
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of those anymore. She's an entertainer that also makes music that is listenable.
Yeah.
And it's it transcends generations. People listen to it.
Yeah.
From younger generation, older generation, and all that stuff, and you can listen to it, and it's country artists and pop artists and rock and indie, and people all listen to her, and
Right.
it's one of those things
Like Neil
that
Diamond,
doesn't
he
really
was
happen.
he was an entertainer, and that's
Yeah.
where it's like she's not of that era, but it's almost
Mhm.
like she's old school entertainment.
Yeah, you see an entertainer, like Elvis was an entertainer. Like we don't have entertainers anymore, and she
Right.
is one of them for sure. One of the things we wanted to talk about real quick, one of the things that Erin does with Erie Community Foundation is obviously she makes scripts like these up when they have news conferences.
I just love where she writes clap.
Yeah, she writes pauses for claps, and we're not making fun of her.
No, we're not. It's great though. She's so thorough.
She's so organized and thorough that
she gave time to pause for clapping.
That Karen here, the president, had to pause for that.
Nobody's going to need to know to clap because it's already so amazing. Nobody's going. But she wrote that in there to keep herself organized.
Right. So she knew that there would be time there, but
you gotta love that.
Everything was arranged, and that was really cool about her. She did want to mention that during that day on the 13th, they're going to have the block party, they call it.
Nice.
It's out like in their parking lot and front area, I think area. And that's going to be from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday the 13th.
Perfect.
They're going to have some, food trucks. Food for Thought is a food truck that's going to be there. That's that's coordinated by students from the Charter School of Excellence. Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, that's good. Yep.
So it's a truck that's coordinated by students. I like that. And then they have photos, local Erie mascots, and post social media, fun yard games, coworkers, blah, 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 blah. So, cheerleaders, marching bands. Wow. It just keeps going on. I could go down this list and it's like, and then. So
it's called a block party and it's a block party. What is it? A pre-gaming for the.
It's during the day on Erie Gives. So it's just 11:30 to 1:30.
So it's an Erie Gives event.
At their office, which is 6th and I want to say it's 6th and Chestnut.
Would it be right here?
Down there.
Maybe.
No, it's on 6th and Chestnut. Yeah. The Erie Community Foundation campus there.
Awesome.
Big building with the big acorn.
So this is like, and I even referred to it when she was here as their Super Bowl. This is the big show.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big show.
Yeah,
so
sure
this is what we want to do. And I love, here's the other thing that I loved about her is that she made a mention to the fact that there's so many Erieites who went elsewhere. And some of them come back. Many of them come back because it's just an amazing place to live. Yep. But the ones who have left, like they are paying homage to their roots, and they're giving back from all around the world.
Yeah.
So
impressive
reach
all over the world, all over the country, into Canada area. Other areas like that and stuff like that. So it is really cool.
Impressive reach.
Yeah.
So
what were some of the days for August 8th here that we were gonna talk about?
We're gonna do Custard Day.
Custard Day.
Didn't you say something about talk about to loved ones?
Talk to. It was
about
like
death.
Talk about loved ones.
Do they eat custard while they do that? I'm just wondering.
Do they die because they eat custard?
Why would they die? Oh my God!
If it's bad custard, maybe I don't know.
Rita's not gonna like you right now. But National Zucchini Day.
Zucchini Day. Okay.
I love zucchini, especially when it's fried in the breadcrumbs and stuff. It's amazing.
I like them when they're the planks, like not like the flatter. Like
no, I get that.
They kind of do the little but yeah, zucchini.
Okay, here's some more. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Bonza Bottler Day, Bullet Journal Day. Ooh. Okay, look, that's
what? Oh no, those aren't.
Also,
there's a day that says also December 21st.
I want to tell you that days. Bullet Journal Day is amazing because I'm pro journal because of life coaching.
Absolutely.
And the bullet ones, if you've ever gone to any craft store, it's like doing a craft, like it's like doing a scrapbook, only you're doing journals with your goals and you're decorating your journal.
Okay.
And it's very, very like it's my doodle day type stuff that I teach here about just becoming more mindful of what your goals are and what you're doing every day and keeping you organized and that kind of thing.
National CBD Day.
Oh no. National Dollar Day. What's that mean?
We just give you $1.
Frozen Custard Day. I'm in.
You ever watch that Billy Eichner? He goes, "Sir, for $1, name your favorite white woman," or whatever.
What's happening?
And then they take too long, and he's like, "Oh, you took too long," and he runs away. You've never seen that?
No.
You'll have to check it out.
But it's entertaining just watching it right here next to me.
It is
in the same vault. Help.
I know, right?
Okay, so there's also Odie Day, Garfield's friend.
Odie.
Yeah, he's cute.
He is.
Scottish Wildcat Day. What does
I
that mean?
don't know what a Scottish wildcat
Like
is.
you go to Scotland and you just look for the wildcats. I don't even know. Sneak some zucchini onto your neighbor's porch night. The actual hell is this?
That's really random.
What's so weird? Like, is that here in this country?
I don't. If I woke up to a
Why?
random zucchini on my porch, I don't
Who
know.
does this? Okay.
I think you should put a zucchini on someone's porch tonight.
Universal and International Infinity Day. Oh, odd. Like the infinity symbol? Like
Yeah, maybe.
forever? Wear your mother's jewelry day.
Hmm.
I mean, would you wear your mom's jewelry?
Probably
like,
not.
Like male or female kind of thing?
No, she doesn't. I don't know. I mean, do you have any jewelry of your mother's that you like kept when she passed?
No, we weren't big jewelry
No.
people. I have a lot of her Lennox and her crystal and she was more into that and
Yeah.
like the fancy tableware stuff. But so air conditioning appreciation days, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dog days of summer, we know. Exercise with your child week for a whole week.
Oh, you have a whole week. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think with exercise, it gives you like you do a week so it catches on. You know,
Yeah.
one day isn't going to catch you on.
Okay, I love this. I'm going to say it. National Stop on Red Week. So what? Other days,
weeks, you don't.
other weeks, it's just okay to just blow right through.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stop on Red
that is
Week.
my biggest fear of allowing my kids behind the wheel is like they're just going to look at this. They're going to look at the sign
Yeah.
and they're going to look at the light and they're going to follow directions. But some idiot is going to blow through and like cremate them. That would be bad. That would be bad.
That's...
Single Working Women's Week. I can attest.
Perseids are this time of year. I like that.
Weird Contest Week.
Up.
Weird Contest Week. We're going to divert back to sneak some zucchini onto your...
That's a contest. That's a weird contest.
That's a weird contest. Let's not be...
Are you going to sneak zucchini on their porch?
Yeah. Some of these are okay. Some of these are kind of... Happiness Happens Day. That's
it
cool.
does. Yeah. Today was kind of an day, but I'm happy right now, so it just happened.
It happened. Happiness happens.
It's just
we already celebrated that. See,
shit happens.
Fair. Fair.
Spit. You know how like when babies they have their little thing, it says spit happens.
I don't like that.
I know, it's so stupid.
I don't like it.
I hate it.
It's like what's the thing that is always like it's redundant? We always laughed about it. Like what's the thing
like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Like,
I hate that.
Like no, it is. It should just be.
Yeah.
It
is what it is.
Be like, yeah. What else would
no
it be?
Shit.
What else would it be?
Just save yourself some words and say it is.
We used to know a person that had that up on their sign in their office.
Is.
Didn't we?
Let's just like throw the whole thing out and just say is. Yeah. And then
how about just it?
You know, I'll tell you what.
It.
If you walked into your office tomorrow and said is.
You know what?
Let's
get that to catch on.
I bet you they'd be like, I get what he means. Like
if someone's like, "Hey Nick, how's it going?" And be like, "Is."
They'd know. They'd know. You would not have to clarify. You would not have to say it is what it is. It's too much. It's too much.
I notice a lot of times I don't like, the whole like, "How are you?" and everyone else says good.
First of all, if anyone says to you that they're fine, that is an acronym.
Fine.
It's an acronym for fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and egotistical.
Well, not everyone knows that when they say it.
No, but
that's what the word means.
Yeah, I mean, you're
fine. Especially, it depends on how you say it. If you're like fine, that sounds
nobody
bad too.
believes it. Nobody believes it.
I don't know if you can say fine and make it sound like it's authentic. Actually,
I know a person who every time I say "How's it going," I hear "Living the dream."
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
I always say, "What dream?" and
what dream?
Is your dream, or is it like a nightmare dream? Is it like an astral projection type of dream? Like, let's clarify. Are we talking about like a
just
vivid
another
psychic dream? Like, come on, clarify. The dreams are everywhere.
Living the dream.
I had a dream last night that I was living on a houseboat. It was horrendous.
Yeah,
it was not.
Yeah, right. If we're gonna say a good thing is live in your dreams. My dreams are very odd a lot of times.
Maybe that's what he means. Maybe he's trying to make it sound.
Maybe his life is full of random shit. Like I was driving down the road and then my 4th grade teacher popped out in a chicken costume and I don't know why. And then
sounds like
then all of a sudden I was in my grandma's house from the 1980s and then Then 5 minutes later,
I was eating spaghetti, and it was like
my
on
high
my
school
face.
coach came up and
It told me to get down and do 20. Like,
and then I
literally.
did 20, but it was in Jello. Like it just got weirder and weirder. Maybe
Honestly,
that's his life.
living the dream means
Maybe
anything.
that's what he means.
Maybe he actually means he's in hell, and he doesn't want to say it, and sounds really, really happy. But it's
what
not.
if you say how's it going? They're like hell.
Happiness happens.
Happiness happens. Spit happens.
But
Anyway,
I'm gonna celebrate. You know what? The only one I'm gonna celebrate is not even the zucchini. I should do this for my name. Chuck and Whitney.
Chuck and Jenny.
Chuck and Whitney, I'm going to sneak a zucchini onto your porch tonight.
Don't tell them.
Well, they're not.
Oh, this will be after the fact.
Yeah.
When we record this,
it's going to happen. You better remind me.
Already snuck a zucchini on
the zucchini's happening.
Porch.
But I am going to go and celebrate the custard thing.
I think I'm going to put one on Bob's porch in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'll be like, "What the fuck is this?" It'll say.
Chuck would too.
Yeah.
But Chuck introduced himself to my mom. My poor mom, God rest her soul. Chuck introduced himself as Chuck rhymes with fuck. And she does not look the type you can actually get away with saying that to.
Yeah.
But Chuck went there, and I mean, he's real.
I met a podcaster today at the bank.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, I had to meet a client, grab a bank statement with her, and so I grabbed it before I came over here, and I said, "It's fine." I was heading over this part of town because I was on Pine Avenue.
Did you say we do podcasts in a bank?
I said I'm actually meeting my partner. I'm doing podcast at like 5:30, and we do it in a bank. And then the guy behind the thing goes, "I heard about that one."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he goes, "I do a podcast." And I was like, "Oh, really?
What about the one in the bank?"
Yeah. And then so he does a podcast. It's called like Schlock and Roll. They do a podcast about B movies.
Did you say I never heard of that one?
I hadn't. No. But he was bald with glasses and a beard. So that maybe that's a prerequisite for podcasts.
Yeah. Or could be
something we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll check that out. Maybe we'll get him on the show sometime.
We should. Are you going to start? Did you come up with your song? Did you come up with your song?
Well, I did. I just haven't put it on yet.
Can I hear a little snippet?
I don't have a voice today.
Oh, that's such a... Then why are you talking? You do have a voice. It probably would sound good. Well, it's like either get sick or smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. Either way, because I literally, this is me being raspy because I had hypno clients all day. So this is me talking too much. This is a lot of rasp going on.
That's a good radio voice, though.
It is, though. Yeah, it is.
It's good. So we're gonna go grab some custard.
Erie Gives,
I think,
inspire,
right?
engage, empower.
We can do our ASMR.
No.
Portion. You've reached the ASMR portion of our show.
Erie Gives, inspire,
engage. We gotta say empower.
Okay, ready? Let's do the whole thing.
Okay.
Erie Gives, inspire, engage, empower.
Thanks for joining us on Vault Vibes. We appreciate you. See you next time.
Ridiculous.
So Julie and I went over to Rita's here to get some custard because today is National Custard Day, and we thought we'd partake. So I got my Rita's. Julie, what did you get? Oh, okay. No, that looks good. Yeah, I got one of those gelatis with the stuff in it. Do you come here often? Okay. All right. Nice. Well, anyway, thought we'd share with you, and hopefully you can go out and enjoy some custard. There's some great custard places in town. Obviously Mr. Shivers down near Waterford, Hanks, or if you're in town here, obviously the Rita's location's here. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next week.